Hello, welcome to my video of using a almost full face of Jaclyn Hill products. None of my base products were Jaclyn, so I just skipped over that, and I'm going to be using the first product is the cream blush in shade Plush Peach. It's this beautiful peachy color, and I will be carefully blending it because these are very pigmented and they dry kind of fast, so you want to blend it before it dries in a weird spot. Now the light brightening and setting palette. I think I'm going to use this shade right here under the eyes to set. Now I'm setting my face with the Jaclyn powder in shade Do Me. If you weren't familiar with the Jaclyn Hill brand, Jaclyn Cosmetics, she closed down her brands, so these products are not available anymore. So I'm just kind of, using up what I have and just doing this video to use all of them at once because, usually I don't use all of the same brand. I go through and I usually use this setting powder every day, but I'll use their blush one day and then I'll use a ColourPop one the next. I never done all at once, and so I wanted to do it before the products start running out and then I can't use all of them at once. Now for the bronzing and blush duo. This one is in shades Pink Me Up and Oh Honey. I have two of these, but the other one is a more lilac shade, so I won't be using that one. These are some of their baked formula, and they're one of my favorite formulas in my collection, so I've been using it very sparingly because I don't want it to run out. Now for highlight, I have a couple options. I have one of their loose highlights in the original packaging. This one is in shade Amped, which is kind of a rose gold color. And then I have their The Flash highlight palette, which of course has 4 different baked highlight shades. And this is one of my favorite highlights, the baked formula. And I would be so sad if I ran out of this since they don't make them anymore. And it's in the original packaging too, which I loved the white and silver packaging that she had a lot more than the square gold one. It's just more my kind of vibe. I think I'll be using shade Iced here. And this is just such a glowy highlight. To me, it's more of a natural highlight compared to all of the ones that I own that are, more unique colors, or even some of them have glitter in the formula. And this one just glows. I just put on P. Louise base on my eyes, and I did not show it since it's not a Jaclyn product, but now it is time for eyeshadow, and I do have 2 options. I have the Jaclyn Cosmetics Luxe Legacy palette, and I have the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, which I feel like I should probably choose this one since this is a Morphe brand. So let's use her. I will show you my palette though, because she's obviously loved. And this is the oldest palette in my collection. I don't own any eyeshadow palettes that are as old as this one. And here's Luxe Legacy. I don't use this one that much. It has really big pans in it, but I usually use really colorful shades, and this one is obviously more neutral, everyday makeup. I'm going to go for a more gray-toned Jaclyn-esque look, so I'm using the gray shade Small Town in my crease. Just all over. And now the darker gray shade Buddy in the outer corner. I'm going to use the NYX glitter primer on my lid before I start with the shimmer. And now for the lid, my favorite shade in the palette, Thankful. I'm going to use a little bit of this Mamacita. I don't know if you can tell, but it is a dark gray with a little bit of shimmer just here to blend the shimmer in with the dark gray. And some of these brushes I've been using are actually from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe collection. I had the full brush set from that launch as well as the palette. For the inner corner highlight, I'm going back into the highlighting palette and I'm using the shade Sparks. In this, I've been wearing a ColourPop lip oil because my Jaclyn lip oils are all used up and gone. I did my lashes off camera, and if you're curious, I used the Glamnetic in the style Lucky. They're one of my smallest style lashes, which is more what Jaclyn does, which is you can tell that you're wearing lashes, but they're not crazy. And now for the lip. Jaclyn lip liner in the shade Faith, which is this beautiful pink. And I currently have two of the lip lacquers in shades Cookies and Cider, and I think Cookies is better because it's less warm toned for this look. These to me feel the same on the lips as those Duck Plump by NYX, but without the burning. And here is the finished look using all of the Jaclyn products that I own. Let me know if you have any Jaclyn products in your collection or if you used to. I hope you liked it. Have a good day. Remember to like and subscribe if you want to. Goodbye.